So indulge me here while I briefly nerd out about brain scans, okay? So we have an MRI. You've probably heard that before. Magnetic resonance imaging. So this is the big metal tube that whirls around you and, takes a picture of your brain or your broken leg or whatever it is. And it uses strong magnetic fields to map out the tissue that is put inside. So if you scan a brain, you can see gray matter, white matter, lesions, tumors, and anything structural, okay? So it doesn't measure the activity of the brain, it measures the structure. And that's where an fMRI scan comes in. So the F just stands for functional MRI. And it is so cool because it measures brain activity over time. And it does that by monitoring the blood flow that's in the brain. Because when an area in the brain gets more active, there's more oxygenated blood that flow to that spot. And the fMRI picks up these small changes in the oxygenated versus deoxygenated blood, okay? And this is known as the bold signal, which you don't need to know. But bold signal sounded fun. Blood oxygen level dependent. So an MRI is like looking at a still image of a city skyline. And an fMRI is actually standing there in real time and the sun goes down and you can watch all of the lights turn on and you can see where there's people doing things and you can see where there's no action and you can be there in the moment and actually assess activity versus just looking at the structure. So what this means for our conversation is that somebody could have a perfectly healthy looking brain but have network level disruptions. You could have circuits that aren't communicating properly. You could have connectivity that was off or regions that don't activate when they should. And before fMRIs, these functional issues were essentially invisible. People could struggle with attention, memory, emotional regulation, creativity, the whole bit, and yet the medical community would say, your brain's fine. Your dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, I don't even think that's a thing. Your anterior cingulate cortex, it's there. I see it. You have one. You're fine. Why are you getting angry all the time? Go home. So a lot of people's experiences and difficulties were just fully invalidated because they weren't reflected in the visible structure of the brain with an MRI scan.